Nope, we just had another DC in F.
Good morning.
That was right.
We were ready,
Yeah.
but we suddenly got several disconnects and we're waiting for them to come back. So I'm sleepy.
Just scrolling through the list to see if there's any known Americans here as well, but if there is, happy 4th of July.
Is it something like I have to say to Acela at every run we're in?
That's down to you, buddy.
Do it.
Deal night.
I should be more set to 4th of July, but I completely forgot. But that's
Yeah,
the
no,
thing.
I don't blame you.
She doesn't celebrate it.
Awesome. Ready check has got out. So if you want to tap down the game, tap in and hit ready. Yes. As soon as all 48 are ready, I will queue us into the instance. There we go, everybody's ready. That's the queue. Awesome! Feel free to watch the cutscene. Of course, it's awesome. It takes you on a little tour of the duty, so you get to see that. For those that are veterans, you know what to do. But for everybody else, please use your resistance re-raiser. Please activate a pure essence, and slot in the 2 actions that you'll be using at the start of this instance. Okay? Pure essences, re-raisers. Slot your 2 actions. Very important. Of course. Yeah. I know why that's happened. Interesting. It has indeed never been stronger. The gate is to protect the instance from us, not to protect us from the instance. But again, pure essences re-raisers active, select 2 actions. Do not step on the glowing pads. Do not step on the glowing pads. Very important. You can't return here at any point. Okay? So, like in DRS, when you can return here at any point, you can't do that in this instance. It's very important that you understand that. Okay? So pure essences re-raisers active. Slot in your 2 actions, and then fill up your holster with all of the items you need for the entire run, because you cannot return here later on. Okay? Very important. So make sure you bring a full holster worth of all the goodies you need for the entire run. You cannot return here. For that, pure essences, re-raisers, slotting your 2 actions. We will be checking each individual person to make sure you've got everything you need. Welcome back over. And if you are on the slime side, A, B, and C, that's if you have Ilanda, Asmin, and Haname in your party, you can go stand on Alpha when you believe you're ready. That's the red A marker. If you're in D, E, or F, Golem side, you've got Nymea, Cisanril, and Faust in your party. You can stand on Delta and Purple on your right hand side when you're ready. But again, do not step on the glowing. physical range, we'll start it with plus frontal power and perception. We do need perception for the traps at the start, so it's very, very important. And once an entire party is at either Alpha or Delta, party leaders are going to do a quick scan of everybody's actions, pure essences, re-raisers, and then fire out some ready checks, please. Only if everybody is ready. Right. See where the checks are now going out. We've got a few streamers today. Slabs 1 is ready, Slabs 2 is ready, Slabs 3 is ready, Goals 2 is ready, Goals 3 is ready. And not one person is not ready, even Goals. Sorry, Slime, yeah, Goals. Right, and I believe that's Golem's ready now as well. Just having a quick scroll through, I do see pure essences on everybody, so that's a good sign. Now, if you're on the Golem side, if you are on the Delta, we are actually going to shortly drop voice chat where Philly will lead us. If you're in Slimes and you're on the A marker, you're going to be led by Hitchu on the Slime side. Good luck. Feel free to drop voice chats if you're in Golem now. We'll see you guys at Seeker.
See you.
Oh, I'm dropping a voice chat
And
because...
also, hello, good morning. You feel Slimes?
One more. There we go, lovely. When your party lead says you can jump on the pad, you feel you can jump on the pad and move to Golem side. If you are a fizz ranged with perception, you want to stand near the pillar where Kova just percepted. I will stand there for a second and jump. You want to press your perception. So let me know if there's a trap or not. Go to the other side. The same will be done. According to Kova, who I trust, there is a trap west, east. With that later. Wonderful, everyone is here. Let's start with some assignments. On the Alpha marker, I want to have Beatrice and Navarre. You'll be taking the blue golem. The Bravo marker, I want to have Vega and Naimia for the green golem. On Charlie, I want to have Ton and Shimo. You'll be taking the red golem. Together with Kova, you'll be interrupting. Finally, on the Delta marker, I want Valandra and Eiko. You'll be taking care of the white golem. In the north hallway, it's Vavna and Zip. And on the south hallway, it's Amelia and Haru. If I did not name you, you are a DPS. You will be running around and killing whatever I tell you to. Wonderful. Alright, for golems. We want to kill all of these golems on the colored pads in the room. If we do that in the correct order, or the order doesn't even matter, but if we do that, then the doors will open and we can continue. The kill order we use is blue, green, red, white. These golems will cast Metamorphosis at some point. The blue and the green room golems will be interrupted always. The red and the white room, you want them to turn red and white. Green. So red and white room, we'll let one metamorphosis cast go through and get equipped to hold them. The blue and white tanks, your golems, the blue ones, will do a tank buster. The tank buster is an AoE. It leaves a blade that needs to be Asunad. Healers, keep an eye on your tanks. Once the red room turns red, no one attack it except the tank. It will need to be kited around. If you get hit by it, you will die. The white one will just keep doing more damage and will self-heal at 30%. They will be killed last. Green one doesn't do much. We just need to keep it away from the corridor. I believe that is all key explanations. Vega, jump in if I missed anything. It is my first time.
That's good to me.
Wonderful. Last thing is traps. As we scanned earlier, we have one in the west room, which is blue, and we have one in the hallway and one north. Kova, can I trust you to scan middle, red, then northeast? Fausti, can you do the southwest room? I saw you also having perception. Wonderful. Yeah, sweet. I believe that's all of it. Again, we'll be killing in blue, green, red, white, which means we'll start off in the blue room in the southwest, towards green. For the red and white golems, you do not want to use damage over time abilities, as we will need to hold them at certain HP thresholds, so we can kill them in a controlled manner. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them now, either in PL chat, Say chat, or in party chat, and answer no to the ready checks that will be going out. And again, if I did miss anything, please jump in. What do the golems taste like? If there's no actual questions, that's a good one to answer. The cast that needs to be Asunad. So you will be on the blue room. There's a tank buster. It's a AoE around Navarre. The AoE will leave a blade on Navarre. However, he has an auto remedy, so you will not need to Asunad out. If you use a medikit, you will not need to Asunad. I like the answer of skills as well, yeah. Though I agree with Amelia, it's likely a bit sappy.
I'm nervous.
That's something called fireworks. Okay.
One of these days, I'll take them out of my retainer.
Yeah, that's where it is.
It's like, I hope you remember to bring fireworks. And I'm like, oops. Sorry, what was that?
I never have those things in the first place.
Yeah.
The fireworks are very nice, so thank you. I do appreciate it, guys. I'll have to rinse them for me.
I have 14 left. Yeah, usually Slime's explanations are a little bit longer. So we'll be waiting.
Just a side note, you'll notice that the markers have been moved inside. This is just to show you which order to do as well, A, B, C, D.
It's almost like it's planned.
I'm not sure what he should kill. Because I don't remember this part.
Yes, Echo. That's why they're placed like that. Don't worry, I figured out about that this morning as well. I've never paid attention to them.
Logically, we should switch the sides so that 1, 2, 3, 4 are over here and A, B, C, D are over on the slime side because there's no order preference on the slime side. But my muscle memory on slimes is so deep now that I'll call it wrong every time.
Yeah. Slime side is getting ready. About the actions you brought, you do not need to use them. This is not a DPS check, this is a coordination check. So don't worry about DPS too much. Just press your buttons when I tell you to. Countdown is incoming. Do not touch the door until the countdown is over. We don't want it to open early. Once again, we have a trap in southwest. Faust will take care of that. A trap in the middle and a trap north. Kova will take care of that. Do not enter a room until the trap has been revealed. 1 and go. Tanks pick up the golems. Trappers do your thing. Middle and southwest have been found. Make sure to dodge the tanks. The blue golem is on the pad. We can kill the blue golem in the southwest room. Maybe I should summon my Kirby. All traps have been found. Watch out for Tank Buster and Asuna your tanks. Interrupt blue and green. Let it be all go through. Wonderful, we can go to the green room. Start kiting red. And we kill green. Let the red room go through next metamorphosis. Interrupt green, let everyone else go through.
CC now.
We can
For
enter the
now.
red room, kite it around. And damage it down to around 20%. No damage over time. At 20%, Shimo, you can pull it onto the pad and info. Slow DPS a little bit. Onto the pad, info, and burst it down. Interrupt. A wipe has been called. So you'll follow around the trap in the middle. Did not pop it yet. Wait for everyone to be here. And we can tiptoe ourselves into the trap to blow up. If you raise, go to the other explosive trap that's there. And try again.
Something happened.
Wait for everyone else to be there. That's a lot of re-raise luck here.
Picks up my party guys.
We had 7. Alright.
Okay, I just died.
That's fusion bomb. I'm gonna kill people.
No,
Believe
I
everyone's
raised.
dead. Believe everyone's
So
We can now leave.
slimes
Yes, in the instance
probably
where we'll have to queue in a second.
wiped or
Just
Or-
for clarity, we didn't do anything wrong. The
Ah,
slime
okay.
side and the golem side have to be completed at the same time. There was a failure over on the slime side, so we just do the same thing again.
now.
It just happens. This is why we have extra pots and re-raisers. Everyone out yet?
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by Star Wars talk.
That's a move. Hey, that's not a bad thing to be distracted by.
No. Tythus is going to play Jedi. So.
Oh, good.
And I need to play that.
It's a great game.
Alright, we do a redo of what we just now. Just like ratchet this time, I hope.
So this time I
Make sure
just
to grab your actions
to...
again. Or your re-raiser and your pure essence. Actions should still be equipped. Load your set. Make sure it is full. Start the marker. Be on Delta. And party leads again. Once everyone is ready, do a ready check. I know we have one quickly running, I think. Again, double check your holster, make sure to reload it, make sure you have your stuff. You might forget it. I know I have at least once. It is quite bad to do. So make sure your holster is filled with everything you need for the run. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Volumes 1, 2, and 3 are ready. Vega, can we drop down already, or should we wait for Slimes to be there?
We can head over, because if all 24 of us head over, there won't be any mistakes then. We'll come back.
Alright. If your party lead says so, we can jump down. Assignments are the same. I just need the traps to be found again. So once more at the pillar. At the other side. This time I will remember to summon my carbon core. Was there anything east? So, the same as before, Faust, if you can trap east-southwest room, Kova if you can run north. Once again, Kova, you'll be interrupting red room. And once more, we can do some ready check. You're right, Haru, I did not mention. Tank stands. All tanks with tank stands on. I thought the tanks we had, and I trust them to have tank stands on. I forgot to actually do that. It is a helpful thing to say. It's doing... yeah, I know now. It's same. When Vega approached me to see if I wanted to do Golem's calls, the first thing I said is like, well, if there's any roster where nothing happens on Golem's side, it's this one. So, you know, high expectations here, guys. If you do mess up, that is fine. Don't say, I knew it. Ah, lovely.
Is that any good in your brain?
Alright, party leads do a ready check real quick.
magic.
Eiko, why are you all the way over there?
They always do that.
Fair enough. I did not notice. Alright, focus up. So again, we've got a trap southwest and north.
It's also interesting that here we can have ready traps and countdown timers. Like it works like
5,
lines.
4.
But I can see other groups though.
Time to pick up your golems. And do not enter a room unless the trap has been found. Trap west middle has been found, only need to find one north and then enter the blue room. Be careful around the trap. We can kill the blue. Careful with the tank buster, and see now your tanks if they need it. And we can head into green. Interrupt green, do not interrupt the others. Start kiting. We can kill green. Be very careful with the trap in red room. Yep. We don't want any accidents to happen. Now head into red room. Again, start killing it. Hold it around 20%. And be careful with the poison trap. Step in into it all. Pull it into the middle and in bones and burst it down. Burst it down. We are now heading into the white room. We can help out with hallway golems if we need to, if we want to. Make sure that you drop gauge your head. We can kill the white golem or damage the white golem down to 40%. Hold it around 40%, no damage. Slow down DPS. And no more DPS. We can kill the hallway golems, north and south. Make sure to interrupt all metamorphosis casts. And healers keep an extra eye on Palandra. Because they're taking a lot of damage. We now have to wait for Slime Side to be ready, so do not attack the white golem. Just stay in the hallway. And kill any hallway golems. Golems have been beat. You might want to slow down DPS a little bit. Just get a golden benediction rate soon. We have a rupture. Everyone, we can burst down the white golem. Burst it down and let it come back. Wonderful. We can now head down the exit and go all the way to the northwest. When we wait for the rupture to be finished, we'll open. Pick up any... No more rune golems. Wonderful. We do not have any dead, so we can...
It was scary for a second.
And once you're dead, we can
I thought
hop up
we're
one
finished,
channel again,
but then Golem appeared.
where I believe it was Vega who's going to take care of us.
Apparently so, yeah.
hello and welcome back. And from here on, Vega will be taking. Easy. Day.
Whack.
Right, I kind of watched the guide, but I don't remember everything.
8 people in the voice chat. That's fantastic.
And by everything, I mean probably anything.
Drops of the markers off people's heads. Wonderful. Okay, down at the bottom of the stairs there are 2 chests. Please make sure you pick up the 2 chests. These have pure essence fragments in them, which are really cool because it allows you to do more DRS, which is fantastic. But here we are at Trinity Seeker all together again after doing slimes and golems, which is fantastic. So the thing I'm going to talk about is actions. If you're physical and you have a mimic ready for Trinity Seeker, Elando is on the right hand side and they will have some excellence for you. If it's your first time here, please ignore that sentence, you don't need to worry about it. On the topic of actions though, could somebody fire the Seeker command? I would appreciate that hugely. First thing we're going to do is we're going to ask everybody to turn off their tank stance. I will be main tank for most of the fights today. I've got the number 1 above my head so you can see me. As a general rule of thumb, I will be in front of the boss. You will be behind the boss, nice and close. Physical range that have perception, you can now slot that away. Reason being is you want your 2 actions to be Lost Font of Power and Lost Dervish, please. That would be super cool. And now on to the meat of the actions. If you've got Lost Font of Power, Lost Font of Magic, please press them as soon as we begin the fight. And then every time they come off cooldown, so approximately every 2 minutes. Okay? They are the main bulk of the amount of damage that you can do, so please make sure to press them as soon as they light up. Your Font of Magic will drain your MP as well, so please make sure you have an Ether Kit up before you press it. Ether Kit, you can drag it out of your Lost Finds holster and put it on your hotbar if that makes your life easier as well. So please feel free to do that. Your Lost Font of Power, Lost Font of Magic will also be paired with a Banner of the Honored Sacrifice, if you have that. So Banner of the Honored Sacrifice and Dervish as well. It's a 90-second cooldown, but please don't use them on 90 seconds, use them on 2 minutes, pair them with your Font of Power, Font of Magic, so we can have some extended burst windows. Okay? We have 2 people with Rend Armor. First person is somebody who's never been inside of DRS before, second person is very experienced. So this explanation pretty much goes to the first person who's doing Rend today. When we pull the boss, please apply Rend Armor to the boss. It is a gap closer. Make sure there's no danger between you and the boss. It will apply a 30-second debuff to the boss, and your cooldown is 60 seconds. As soon as Rend Armor comes off cooldown, press it again. There you go, you're a Rend expert. Nailed it. That's all you need to do. Every time it's off cooldown, press it, make sure to use it. That is important stuff. And then one of the last actions I'll talk about is the caster action, Cure 4. Congratulations casters, you have been upgraded to a healer. Cure 4 is a very, very potent heal that will heal your party pretty much to full health, even if you don't have any of the healing rays. Every time there's a raid wide, please press Cure 4. However, additionally, because you have Pure Essence of the Elder equipped, Cure 4 will give everybody in range in your party a Bravery buff. This Bravery buff lasts 60 seconds, so you'll want to use your Cure 4 at least once every 60 seconds, and also on raid wides. If you've never seen the Bravery buff, please press it once now, if you're a caster, so that you can see how it works, the heal it gives, and also the buff on party members. Bravery buff indeed. Last thing I'm going to talk about is how we handle death. Okay? So in here, you'll notice that you have the Resurrection Restricted debuff. This means that you can't be res by normal raise actions. The first and most easiest way to bounce off the floor when you die is a resistance re-raise. Okay? This will automatically raise you off the floor when you die, and it has roughly a 70% chance. Okay? If for some reason your resistance re-raiser doesn't work, that's a shame, but it's RNG. We will have healers who have lost a rise throughout the entire run. Please use Lost to Rise in combat to get everybody up, but please make sure you prioritise your own safety. Make sure you're happy with the mechanics going on, make sure you're in a safe location before you start raising people. Okay? A rise only has a small percentage chance of actually raising somebody, so if you don't raise them on the first try, please don't be deterred. Carry on raising them, keep using a rise as long as you're safe to do so. Alright, and yes, bodging gear. I actually queued in here entirely without my bodging gear. I had to swap it with golems, so that's a good call out. Alright, that should cover the majority of the actions and all the important stuff that we're expecting at this point. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about Trinity Seeker, and in front of us you can see Trinity Seeker. This is the same boss you've experienced in normal mode, however there's a few extra mechanics and some things are a little bit faster. First thing I'll explain is the sword mechanic, and the sword mechanic here I will be calling the boss relative. Okay, so stay behind the boss, because what that's based on behind the boss. Okay? And I will call out the safe spots. The safe spots, for instance, for swords would be left, left, right, right. If the safe spot was on the left twice and then the right twice. So you would be on the left hand side of the boss, wait for 2 cleaves, and then move to the right hand side for another 2 cleaves. I might also use front and back, so left, back, back, right is another valid call out. So you'd be on the left for 1 hit, behind for 2 hits, and the right for 1 hit. Tank busters here are taken solo by myself. So please, when there are tank busters, make sure you remain behind the boss, because not only will you kill yourself, you'll also kill me. So do not share any of the tank busters on this fight with me. Seasons of Mercy is a mechanic you've seen probably in the Juno raid and maybe in a few other places. A white orb spawns that you need to look away from because he has an eye. There will also be a pink flower on the ground that doubles in size instantly. And there will be some ice grid that you need to dodge. Look away from the orb. Move away from the flower, dodge the ice grid. There is a knockback and hide mechanic. If it's knockback, you stand on the numbers because you'll get knocked back into the barriers. If it's hide, you get behind the barriers on the letter markers because you need to hide behind the barriers. And surely this week I won't kill everybody with them. That's the hope. And the last mechanic I'll explain is the sand and stone mechanic. On the ground you can see a dartboard-like arena. There is sand that's yellow, a lighter colour, and then there are stone, which is blue, a darker colour. I'll call out everybody stand on sand, everybody stand on stone for call outs. So please make sure you follow that. I think that covers pretty much everything. Now's a great time to do some ready checks and eat some food. If you've got any questions, press no on the ready checks, please, to get them answered for you. And if you could just do a quick double check the tag stances. And I'm going to grab a CPC of my drink. Fireworks. Columns 1, 2, and 3 are ready. Slimes 1, 2, and 3 are ready. This is fantastic. Alright, let's step inside the arena. We do a 30-second countdown.
I'm scared. I don't want to die.
Casters, you can already use Cure 4 on your party. Give everybody the bravery buff, please. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Alright, reminder to stay behind the boss. First up will be a brain white. Alright, stay nice and close to the boss behind. Sword game is next. I'll tell you where to stand. Safe spot. Front, back, back. Feet in front of the box for 2 hits. Front, back, back. Stay for 2 hits for squad. 2, move behind. Wait for the orb. Wait for power. Behind the boss. Everybody behind the boss inside the hitbox will be behind the boss. And we have tank busters next. behind the boss. And then we've got another tank buster. All that protection. Stay behind the boss.
It's a clone one.
Alright, the boss will soon move back into the middle. We'll stay together because we have some chains that we need to break. And knock back. Break the chains by moving apart, and we knock back in front of the barriers. In front of the barriers. In front of the barriers. Get us close to the boss, get close if you can. Close to that. Die. Stop hitting one. We knock back in front of the barrier out. Back of the boss, we stack up together. This is a stacking mechanic that we use to rank people. Make sure you're using bravery and all that kind of stuff. You haven't got frontal power, frontal rank. And pressing down. That is always helpful. Next will be sand. Before we do that, we need to dodge some lines. Everybody stand on sand. Yellow sand, white sand. Everybody else. Go into cardinal immediately afterwards. 2 or 4 are safe. 2 or 4 are safe. Alright, we'll put the boss back into the middle. And we'll just dash down this side again. Stop 2. Boss is facing south. It's right, front. Start on the right between 4 and 1. 1 hit and we go front for 2. Front for 2. Move left. Right for the orb. Right for the flower. If you have any dead, please get them on the rise, but make sure to break your chains first by moving the part now. Trade wide, and afterwards it will be a small tank buster, so please make sure. Boss goes back in the middle. Okay, swords, sand. Front, back, be in front of the boss with 2 hits. Get ready to move. We are on stone. Middle is stone. Everybody on stone for 2 hits. 1, 2, we go behind, and everybody on sand. Everybody on sand. Goes round. Everybody on sand. And we are done. There are traps ahead, there are traps ahead. There are traps ahead, please do not go ahead because there are traps ahead. What you can do though is check out your loot. Marked with the number 1. We are going to let our duel list go and find the traps for us.
I don't know with what I was hit.
And stay behind until all 6
Probably
traps have been
great.
found. If you died on that fight, now is a great time to activate a new resistance re-raiser. Double check you have one. It is the red icon, the floating blue dude. Awesome. Our duel list is Mojo today. If you're in Mojo's party and you are the physical ranged or caster, please follow them. At the bottom of the stairs at the entrance to the duel, you'll be provided buffs. Other than that, everybody else will go right past all 6 traps towards die. I believe we have one person dipping out a voice to go and help them. Please feel free, thank you so much. Good luck. for everybody else that's here, we will be fighting Dahu. And Dahu is similar to the normal mode. He has a few extra tricks up his sleeve which are a bit dangerous. The first one is the big slappy that he does. He will target one side of the arena and do a big like AoE on that side, and it's very obvious. But then he follows up on the other side of the arena with a very unobvious slappy. Okay, so dodge the first one. As soon as it hits, move into where he just hit, because then you'll dodge the second one that is untelegraphed. Second thing that's important is Spit Flame. He will target 4 people, random, and give them a number above their head. This number is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you get 1, move to 1. You get 2, move to 2. If you get 3, move to 3. If you get 4, move to 4. If you can't get there in time before the boss starts his Spit Flame, go to any lion on the edge of the arena and stand on it until the Spit Flame hits you. Okay? There'll be some ads, a few extra things. There'll be lots of orange to dodge, so you can all spread out nice and fine. But other than that, we'll be very, very okay. We're going to wait for the duelist to pull. There we go. And we're going to do ready checks, please. If you're in Mojo's party and you are ready, stand on the number 3. You cannot do a ready check in your party. So if you're in Mojo's party, stand on 3. Is the Be Right Back out of the arena? Yep, that's fine then. Slides 1, 2, and 3 is ready. Golems 3, Golems 1 is ready. We will wait a few moments for the person who's Be Right Back, because we're not exactly running over time at the moment. So if they do come back, then we'll go straight away. If not, then we'll go soon. Okay, apart from the one Be Right Back in Golems 2, is everybody else in that party ready? Jules failed, that's unfortunate. Right, we'll stop the countdown then, it will be 30 seconds. Indeed. Get them next time for sure. Countdown is in yell chat. Casters you can use Cure 4. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can use one charge if you fund the power, fund the magic, those sorts of things here. Dervish, Red, Cure 4, good. Lots of AoEs going out. Lots of AoEs. Dodge them. And Dahu's going to dash. Just keep away from his face, keep away from his face. And he's going to go north. Again, keep away from his face. We're going to dodge the pizza. Dodge the pizza slice. Into the middle we go. Lots of AoEs are going to go now. Lots of AoEs. So please make sure to dodge them. Soon see Spit Flame. If you get number above your head, go to a lion on the edge of the arena. Just roll out. Alright, big slappy coming up. We're going to dodge the slappy. Get ready to move into it now. And then we'll do a knockback into any of the gaps. Knockback into any of the gaps. behind the Dahu, and it will be going clockwise. It will be going clockwise. One more hit. And we just kill the Dahu. Alright, make sure to pick up your loot. And now is the last time you can go back to the seeker to collect your loot if you missed it there. It is the runner's plate in footgear, so don't forget it. Super important. And we will be going ahead towards Queensguard. Yeehaw.
I don't like this fight. It is hard. Do I have traps
It's
here?
very clear. We'll have to ask Freya. The nutback timing on Dahu for the cheese is like super weird, it's super strange. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm looking for a tank 1 and 2 for Queensguard, please. If you'd like to tank, you can put a number above your head. Ark, please put number 1 above your head, and Nav, please put number 2 above your head. Thank you so much. I'll let you guys hash out in Yell chat which one you want to tank. I appreciate that. You can already put both your tank stances on. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Alright, in the run thread, I see the game crash now. In the run thread, we got some images that are related to Queensguard. They're pretty good to look at whilst I'm going through explanations. But the first thing we're going to sort out is healers. This is specifically for you. I'd like you to discuss with your co-healers whether you are healer 1 or healer 2, please. Okay? For the last mechanic, we need to have all healers standing in one of the coloured circle positions on the map, and they need to use a light curtain. For instance, S3H2 is Slimes 3 Healer 2, and G1H1 is Golems 1 Healer 1. Basically, you figure out which group you are, your party leader will tell you, and then you figure out if you're Healer 1 or 2. Go to that position at the end of the fight when I say healers go to reflect all positions, and when the orb appears, you activate a light curtain and stand there twiddling your thumbs for about 3 seconds until the orb disappears. Okay? That is about the crux of that bit, but you need to figure out if you are healer 1 or healer 2, please, so make sure that's sorted. Okay. First thing worth noting as well, outside of that, is that this is the fight where we'll need Spellforge and Steel Sync. I'm going to simplify it. At the start of the fight, after the initial phase, I'll say give everybody Spellforge and give everybody Steel Sync, and that's what you need to do. If you have Steel Sync and you're responsible for Steel Sync in your party, you give everybody Steel Sync. If you have Spellforge and you're responsible for Spellforge in your party, you give everybody Spellforge. It's that simple. Okay, so let's not complicate that. But there is a few gimmicks on this fight. First things first is that we will fight all 4 of the bosses, what we call them, and when they reach 80%, they will disappear 1 by 1, and then they will respawn 2 by 2. Okay? 2 golden rules. Keep them apart from each other, around about half an arena's length, and keep their HP roughly the same, within about 5 percentage points of each other. The reason we need to do that is because if they get too close, they will tether, and if they do any action after that, that will basically kill us. So if they tethered and did a raid wide, of which there are lots of, that would do, 9 bazillion damage to everybody, and we don't want that. So those are the gimmicks. Okay. Now I'll explain each of the sections of the fights individually. When we spawn the first 2, it will be the warrior and the knight. Let me have a quick look. Have tanks already figured out which ones they are tanking? Doesn't look like it. I'll let you guys figure it out, please, in Yell chat. But basically, the warrior will be taken to The warrior will be taken to the edge, and then the knight will be held in the middle, and that's far enough to keep them apart. Okay. And what we'll see first, then, after that, is Spellforge or Steel Sync. I'll call out to give everybody Spellforge, or give everybody Steel Sync. Okay? We'll see bombs after that. There are 2 types of bombs, small and large. And there are 2 types of mechanics. Knockback, in which case we knock back from one of the letters. I'll tell you which one. or bombs on the edge. If it's bombs on the edge, you can stand on the edge of the arena on the correct bomb. If it's knockback bombs, we knock back from one of the letter markers towards the edge of the arena towards the bomb to stand on. And you may be asking, which bomb do I stand on? Well, that depends. Listen to the call out and it will become obvious. During the start of the mechanics, some people will receive a tether, and this tether will then give you a debuff that looks like a set of scales. It's the very last image in the run thread. Okay? If you receive the tether or the debuff, then your gravity is reversed, and I'll make a call out that's very similar to this. If you are tethered or debuffed, take large. Okay? So if you received the tether, which turned into a debuff, you would take a large bomb. If you didn't, you take a small bomb. And it's that simple, okay? It may also be, if you are tethered, take a small bomb. So just listen to the call out, look at your debuff, and then adjust. We will also require a dispel on the warrior a bit later on. I believe we did assign dispel. Let's have a quick look at who we assigned it to. Zip-Zap, if you could please confirm that you've got dispel equipped. You can slot away your arise. I can see it equipped, thank you so much, really appreciate that. So, Zip-Zap, you can already put the warrior on focus target, and when it casts boost at the end of the cast, you can use dispel on it, nice and simple. That's what we need to do for that. There will be at least 2 boosts, so we need to dispel at least twice, which is very important. There'll be a few other mechanics after that which involve moving and going to the correct spot, but they will be explained on the fly. Once both the warrior and the knight are dead, we will summon the gunner and the soldier. Soldier will be taken to the side, gunner into the middle. We'll have some downtime at this point. This is where you can just do some damage to the bosses, and then will be a very large mechanic where I will call that a safe spot that everybody goes to, something like 4, Charlie, Alpha or 2, and you will receive an open side underneath your feet. This open side has a hole in it, and you need to point that hole towards the gunner, who will be in the middle of the arena. Okay? Once the gunner does its little jump and does some damage to you, you turn your character so that the open side is facing a turret arrow on the edge of the arena. Okay? So make sure you know where the turret arrows are pointing, because they interlock each other. So go to safe spot, open side towards the gunner in the middle, where you receive damage, open side to a turret on the side of the arena. Okay? So that'll be another bit of downtime, which is super, super important. Wow, my 1,000 slime stickers just arrived. That's exciting. And then we will have some turrets that spawn. You can hold your damage for these turrets, because we need to kill them before they do a raid wide, which will kill everybody if we don't kill them. And there will also be a tank buster associated with those turrets. Main tanks, are you guys okay with being able to tank turrets and also? Awesome, looks good. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then pretty much all the mechanics after that can be explained. We'll have a fire or ice mechanic and whatnot. And then the final phase. Make sure to wiggle your characters. This is the last part of the explanations, but this is the most important phase, because we will have all of the reflect orbs appearing on screen, along with the aura spheres and the bosses. Healers, you will simply go to your reflect orb position, stand there, and when the orb appears, please activate a light curtain and stand there until it disappears. Don't try to heal, don't try to do anything else. Just make sure you use your light curtain. Alright? Everybody else, there will be turrets, sorry, not turrets, there will be an aura sphere that spawns on north and an aura sphere that spawns on south. I will take north 1. I'm looking for a south 1 tank who can take the south aura sphere. Everybody needs to damage the aura sphere down, and when it dies, whoever has aggro will receive a red dot above their head. That red dot needs to be involved. Healers and casters, you will need to heal up your tanks to maximum after they take that hit, but you will need to use your involved for that red dot, please. South 1, thank you, Shima. Okay. There will be a second round of reflect orbs and a second round of aura spheres where we repeat basically the same thing. In between those two phases, though, the hordes will be on screen and we need to kill them, but they will have shields and we need to attack on the unopened side. So don't attack the shields. If you attack the shields, you'll get knocked back, thrown into the wall, and okay? So no assizes, no big dances, please. Very important. Okay, I think that covers all the phases. Now's a great time to refresh your food. We'll do some ready checks. I'm going to take a picture of my massive fat stack of slime stickers that have just arrived.
I'm scared again. I don't want to die. Probably after this fight, we get Doom after 2
I
mistakes.
didn't quite realise what 1,000 stickers looked like.
Yeah, you're gonna have to share this with the class.
Yeah, I just took a picture. Here we go. I'll post the Queen's Guard command afterwards as well, so everybody has it on that screen. Yeah, it's a lot. If you are going to FanFest, you will be able to find me. You will be able to get some of these stickers. But I've now got to manually cut these pieces of paper, so that's going to be an interesting day. Didn't come with the can. No. Oh, right, what we got? Golems, 2 golems, 3 golems, 1 slums, 1 slums, 2 slums, 3. Wow, everybody is ready. I'm going to do countdown. You will be 30 seconds. Healers, you can give Spellforge to your physicals. Steel Stick to your casters and healers, please. Spellforge to your physicals, Steel Stick to your casters and healers. Use your Cure 4, give everybody a Bravery buff. 3, 2, 1. Right, we're going to pull the bosses. And you can AoE these guys down by using the AoE rotation. Raid wide is come down. Right. Warrior will be taken to the side, and afterwards we'll Spellforge on everybody. Spellforge on everybody. Spellforge on everybody. Okay. Bombs. And it's knockback bombs. We knock back from one of the letters on which. Get ready to move. If you are tethered, you will take a big bomb. If you are tethered, take a big bomb after the knockback. We knock back roughly from Charlie. Tethered, take a big bomb after the knockback, if not. If you fall down first, you can move into an explosion. Back on the bosses, healer.
I got tethered.
Get a boost soon on the warrior. Dispel. Raid wide.
Probably this marker was tether.
Soon slugs will be receiving tethers. If you receive a tether, you will be going to a green puddle. Tethers to green, debuffs to green, everybody else will go to water. Tethers and debuffs, everybody else is purple. When you get there, activate sprint. We will go very close to the get very close towards Alpha, very close towards Alpha. Dispel on warrior please, and then damage on the warrior please, and a raid one. when they're below 5%, kill them. Tank busters. Still the knight. Great wide. Alright, the soldier will be taken to the side and then we'll go back to afterwards. Bit of downtime to do some damage here. If you haven't used your Phantom Power Phantom Magic yet, you can do so now. But if you have, alright, you receive an open side underneath your feet soon. Make sure you know where that's pointed. I'll call that a safe spot. Safe spot is towards 4. Safe spot towards 4. When you open side to the middle, when you open side to the middle. Get ready. When you open side, turret on the side. Turret on the side. You get back on the bus. Tank busters. Right. And then hold your big damage. You will be seeing the turret soon. Then have a great fight. Casters use Cure 4. And we'll soon see turrets. They will spawn on Delta and Bravo. Main tanks will pick them up. Everybody. Right, damage the turrets down, kill them, kill them, kill them, use your burst, capture them. Inboard if you need to. Sneaky raid wide is coming up. Alright, next will be fire or ice. If it's fire, you need to stop moving, stop casting, it will kill you. If it's ice, keep moving, don't worry about casting. Let's see what it is. It's fire. Stop moving. Stop casting. Hands off your keyboard. Hands off your controller. No moving. Back on the bosses. Let's carry on. We're going to kill the gunner first, please. And healers, you go towards the reflect positions and get ready. Healers to reflect positions. North and south one tanks. Tanks up. Everybody is going to be spheres, but healers, get ready. Everybody is 4 spheres north and south. Healers, please use a white curtain and nothing else. Right, so you can attack the wards on the open side, so they do not attack the shields. Any tank that has an inform ready, put your tank stance on now, please. Any tank that has an inform ready, put your tank stance on. Stop attacking, stop attacking. Wait for the healers go to reflect positions, everybody else will attack the wards. Healers get ready. Use a light curtain now. Everybody else kill all spheres north and south. Everybody else kill all spheres north and south. Inform has got red on your head. Everybody else attack the shields. Right. Awesome. Make sure to pick up your loot here. Again, I'll mark it number 1 for you. Make sure to pick up your loot before we go to the next boss. We are going to fight one more trash boss, and then we will have a small break before the next big boss.
I'll have to rewatch the guide for this fight.
It's not trash. I mean, he looks like a black bag that's been torn apart.
That's what makes him beautiful, Vega.
Okay.
It's not just a face.
Oh, God. Wonderful. Oh, right. Everybody can turn their tank stances off, please. Everybody tank stance off. We will not need it for this fight. I believe I have one banisher who I assigned. Let's have a look. Yep, it was Mibia. Let me know if you've got banish, please. That would be fantastic. Awesome. So we'll just double check that that's started It is. Cool. We're not going to do explanations. We're going to pull this boss because I think explanations are a bit light when we have banish. Let's do ready checks. This is just a movement fight. You need to move, stay with the group, listen to cooldowns. Also, maybe your profile picture is simply the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. It caused a conversation in DMs because of how beautiful it was. Just so you know. Okay, Golems 1 is ready, Golems 2 is ready, Slimes 2 is ready, Slimes 3 is ready, Slimes 1 is ready. And Golems 3 is ready. Fantastic. Alright. 30-second countdown begins. Make sure your tank stance is turned off. Cancers you can use cure for. 4, 3, Alright, this slightly north. There'll be a raid wide, and then you can already bet on Alpha or Delta. Delta though. Already bet on Alpha or Delta. 1, 2. Ta-da! What? We go to Delta. And we're going to follow the donut down. Follow the donut all the way down. When you reach the let's go. Follow the donut down. When you reach number 4, and now we move to number 3. Everybody on number 3. And stay here for a while. Build up some job gauge.
I don't have any gauge. That is fantastic.
Right, we stay here for 3 hits and then we move towards it. 1, 2, 3. Move to number 4. Never mind. There are traps ahead. There are traps ahead. There are traps ahead. There are traps ahead. Please do not forget your loot though. And once you go into the corridor, do not go any further because there are traps in that room. Okay, once you're in the corridor, do not go further. There are traps in this room. Okay, we have somebody percepting, that's great. There's 1 trap in the room, 1 trap in the hallway. Please be very careful. No auto walking. We did lose 1 of the traps, just that's fine. But we need to be very careful downstairs. Very careful. Okay, there are 4 traps downstairs. There are 4 traps downstairs. Do not head into the corridor unless you've seen that trap. Okay, there are 4 traps downstairs.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Awesome. Once you've passed all 4 of the traps downstairs, in front of you will be Trinity Avowed. And we are going to be taking a small break. If you do not want shell, please stand inside of the arena. If it's your first time here, first time doing DRS, stay on the bridge. You will be given shell by some of our wonderful people who have carried it for us. And we're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back at 22. Okay? Back at 22. Alright, see you soon. And
Fair
if you don't
back.
see a red check going out in your party, maybe your party leader. So feel free to find one out. Okay, Slime's 3 awake, Slime's 2 awake, Slime's 1 awake, and 1, 2, and 3 awake. I'm happy. Right, to go along with my explanations, there are some images in the run thread which I'll also just so you can be buried, that are important so that you have some understanding of what I'm talking about. First things first though, is that your damage actions, it is now a good time to refresh them, okay? If you have Last Font of Power, Last Font of Magic, please replace them with the ones that are in your holster so that you get a full 10-10 recharge, because we will be using at least 5 of them, I do believe, so make sure to refresh your Font of Power, Font of Magic here. There is also a physical target in Faust on the left-hand side if you would like an instance as well, okay? Very important. Second topic, tanks. If it's your first time here, please slot Lost Ether Shield and slot it over your Banner of Honored Sacrifice, okay? So tanks, you want to have your Lost Font of Power and Lost Ether Shield. I'm going to put those in the shout chat as well because they're super important. So tanks want to have that combo of actions, okay? If you don't have any newbies in your party, feel free to discuss who brings Lost Ether Shield and party leaders. If you could just do a quick check of your tank actions and start a prompt. If something hasn't happened, that would be fantastic. The reason we need Lost Ether Shield is the raid wide here. It's called Glory of Posture. It does a lot of damage. It applies a really nasty bleed, and the Lost Ether Shield helps stem the damage that you receive, and also affects the bleed, which is super important. So yeah, keep that in mind. Before every raid wide happens, I will say Lost Ether Shield, Ether Shields up. This is when you put Ether Shields up, and you put some mitigation on the boss as well. After the raid wide hits, casters, please use Cure 4 every single time after the raid wide hits. It does a lot of damage, and just healing everyone who's back to HP will make sure that they don't die to damage any of the damaging mechanics that come up. Okay? So Cure 4 after every single raid wide, very important. Now here the gimmick is the hot and cold. Okay, hot and cold will give you one of 4 debuffs: hot 1, hot 2, cold 1, cold 2. You need to get hit by a mechanic that is the opposite elements. If you get hot 2, you need to get hit by a cold 2 mechanic. That neutralizes at the end, and you survive, move on to the next mechanic. There's 3 weapons: staff, sword, and bow, and they are in a random order. For staff, you will receive a forced march. Okay, forced march will always take you 2 tiles in the direction it's facing. If you are standing on Charlie and you're looking north, and you receive a forced march to the right, it will take you to where Tun is standing in the corner. Okay, so it will always take you 2 tiles. If you're standing where Tun is and it points towards the left, it will take you to the Charlie marker. Now this is important for staff because at the start of the mechanic you'll receive a forced march. This forced march will be taken from the middle, and you will force march to the meteor in the corner that resolves your hot and cold. So if you've got hot 1, force march to a cold 1 meteor. That resolves the mechanic. We move on to the next one. Next one I'll explain is bow. We will force march from the middle of the arena towards 1 column that is safe. Okay, so we force march from the middle to either Delta or Bravo, and that will be the only safe column. Look at your hot and cold, and then find the arrow on the opposite side of the arena. Okay, your arrow will go down the ladder gate, but it won't go like it does here. What you'll need to do is manually follow the ladder gate down. See where your arrow lands. The simple rule is that the arrow will take every single turn that it encounters on the ladder gate. So follow it down the ladder, see where it lands. Go and stand in the safe area where the arrow lands. Get hit by it. Resolve your mechanic. Move on. Then for the sword mechanic, the boss will disappear between 2 and 3, and she will give you a hot and cold. There is always 1 safe spot that never gets hit by the sword, and there are 2 sword swings. I'll call out the safe spot that doesn't get hit by the sword. It will either be 1, 2, 3, or 4. And what I would suggest doing is going to that safe spot, looking around for the opposite element to your hot and cold, and you can look in the hands of the clones that spawn, and move into the sword in the hand that resolves your hot and cold. Okay, I recommend moving one tile from the safe spot in a cardinal direction, up, down, left or right. Never move in an intercardinal direction. If you do, you get hit by 2 swords and you will die. If you can't figure out which sword you need to get hit by in the first iteration of the sword swing, don't worry, just stay in the safe spot, have a look around, figure out the mechanic. There will be a second swing that happens shortly afterwards where you can get hit again. Okay? Once you're neutral, you take every safe spot and we move on to the next mechanic. Now, that is all 3 of the weapon phases. After every single weapon phase, there will be a break wide, so ether shields up and kill for healing. But there is a second phase which introduces something called elemental brand. Okay? Your hot and cold is adjustable, but the elemental brand is a debuff that is not adjustable. The objective is to make your hot and cold opposite of your elemental brand. So, if she gives you a cold 1 hot and cold, and a hot 2 elemental brand, turn your cold 1 into a cold 2, they neutralise at the end of the mechanic, and onwards we move. Now, some of the weapons are slightly different. For the staff phase, we will no longer force march. Go to the correct corner that resolves your hot and cold to make it opposite of your elemental brand. But there will also be line AoEs across the arena. 1 tile in each corner will be safe. I'll call it out. Also, look for the jumping people. If you see lots of jumping people in your corner, go and stand on them. That is the safe spot. Okay? For the bow phase, quite light is different. We will no longer force march from the middle. Okay? We will sprint after dodging line AoEs, and we'll go to either Bravo or Delta. We have 1 line to play with. You receive your hot and cold, and also your elemental brand. Figure out which element you need to get hit by that resolves your hot and cold to be opposite elemental brand. And you are given a force march. Okay, force march again takes you 2 tiles. Figure out where the arrow lands that resolves your mechanic and be 2 tiles away from it. Point your force march towards it, you'll land on it, get hit by the correct arrow, move on. However,
I will
if
die.
your hot and cold and elemental brand already neutralise each other out, please find a space on the opposite side of the arena where there is no arrow, and follow that down just like there was an arrow there. For the sword phase, not much is different apart from you may need to get hit twice, and again there are 2 swings. Do not get hit by 2 swords in 1 swing. Get hit by 1 sword in the first swing and 1 sword in the second swing. An example of this is you may get a hot 1 hot and cold and a hot 2 elemental brand, in which case in the first swing get hit by cold 1, second swing get hit by cold 2. Okay? That covers everything. Again, raid wides will need ether shields up and cure force afterwards. Let's eat some food. Does anybody still have shell equipped? If you do and you want shell, it's your first time here, please come stand at the back where Akita is. And we'll do ready checks. Did I do the ready check? It hasn't gone out. No, it hasn't gone out yet. No, yeah, sorry. Let's do ready checks, please. My chat hasn't scrolled and it was like, ready check complete. And I was like, I don't remember seeing one. And then the cognitive dissonance kicks in. But yes, please eat some food. And when you're ready, step into the arena. Everybody's ready though. Fantastic. Tank stance is off. 30-second countdown begins now. Casters, you can already use Cure 4, give everybody in your party the bravery of boots. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. Tank busters will have tanks in front. Light mitigations, please. Ether shields up for the raid wide. Ether shields up for the raid wide. Ether shields. Okay, and our first mechanic. Be in front of the bus. In front of the bus. Right hand away. Away from the bus. Make sure you're away now. And close to the bus again. Behind the bus. Right. Going to receive a force march. Again, this takes us 2 tiles. Tanks in front, white stands. And remember to point your force march soon. We will be pointing it towards either Delta or Bravo. Point your force march on Delta. Force march on Delta. Sorry, Bravo. Bravo. Sorry. Wow. Camera time. Okay, if somebody's in flank, please bring them out. I'm becoming fearful of these bosses. Look at your hubs and hold. Look at the opposite side. Check where the arrows. Follow it down. And see where it lands. Maybe we will see what it is. Yeah, maybe that was... Alright, I'm going to point buses towards the middle. Need ether shields up. For the right wide. Casters use Cure 4. And healers work for rising people. Something like that. Be in front of the bus. The bus is being tonal. The bus will go to the middle, she'll soon become untargeted. So don't big action.
No more rising, no more.
If you happen to arrive, you can just go to the safe spot. The first safe spot is 2, be on number 2, 1 tile away. Down, left and right, do not move to
Oops.
And the second safe spot is 1. Second safe spot. Thank you for being alive already. Right. Ether shields up for the right wide. Casters use Q4. Next will be staff away. Staff away. Alright, we can get nice and close again. And no more rising. Look at your article, figure out what you got. And see what you do. Okay, the meteors are going to be spotted in the corners. You'll force march from the middle towards the meteor. That results in pumps out. Force march towards the meteor. That results in pumps out. My rise. Ether shields up for the right wide. Bus will automatically move, and we go behind her, or we go behind the bus. Okay, this time we won't get a tank buster. We'll dodge some lines, get ready in 4 and 1. We are standing on 4, everybody on 4. Get ready to sprint. We sprint to Bravo after the lines. Sprint to Bravo now. Look at your hubs and hold. Look at your elemental brand. The objective is to make your hubs and hold up. march is going to take you 2 tiles. I'm probably into the march. See where your march is pointing you. And find the arrow on the opposite side of the opposite way. Make sure to point your force march.
Oh fuck.
Oh no. It was not the right one.
Keep the shields up. Shields up. And I'll put a few tanks on the edge of the arena with you, please. And I'll point the boss towards the middle because we're in front of the boss next. We will hold around about 2%. Limit breaks, it's a better option at this point. She's going to disappear between 2 and 3, no more rising please. Mechanic. Look at your hot and cold. Look at your elemental brand. The objective is to make your hot and cold opposite of your elemental brand. Boss is disappearing. And the first safe spot is 2, 2. And the second safe spot is
Okay, I hope I'm doing
healers if you
the
want,
right
getting Amelia up.
thing.
Great. Any of the marks. Ether shields up, right wide. Ether shields up. Healers, you can use LBs. Get everybody up. As many as we can. And move away from the boss. Right, I do apologise for the murders. Next week I'll probably kill people on Queen's Guard. But make sure to pick up your loot on the north of the arena. We've got one more person to get up. I didn't explicitly state this at the start, but please do not use limit breaks unless I call for them. I feel I was very explicit in saying we will use sword, will we use it after sword. However, somebody used it during sword, which blinded me. I actually couldn't see the clones pull out the safe spot. Please do not do limit breaks in the middle of a mechanic, okay? It's quite difficult for me to see the clones, so please do not use limit break in the middle of mechanics unless I call for it. But yes, a lot of murder at the start, unfortunately. I called the wrong direction. And some people have got the mini, that's great. I think I see something happening in there, I don't know. Let's go have a look. We'll go grab the mini anyway. Alright, on the opposite side of the Trinity of Void Arena, once you have got your loot, if you can wait there for a few moments, a few of us are going to come and we're going to be minted, and this will open up a secret boss for us. And first thing to check before we go on this secret boss is that you have a resistance re-raiser equipped. If you don't, head into your holster and make sure to activate
I still have
one.
3.
Again, it is the debuff with the red and the blue guy floating. So please activate one of those. If you don't have one active and you don't have one in your Lost Finds holster, please just let your party leader know. That's really, really easy to fix. Okay. Alright, in front of us this cat statue, there is a gate there, and this gate is stopping us from reaching it. However, once we have somebody minted who steps to touch the cat statue, okay, and there are traps. There are traps, do not pass the alpha marker. We have Nav who has perception equipped, who's going to find all 3 traps for us. We're going to head towards the Bravo marker. And there's one more trap in front of the boss, 3 traps in total. And Right. Cool. In front of us is a boss that you've never seen before. This is the Stick of the Lord. And I'll quickly run the commands. Awesome. And I'm looking for all tanks to come to the front right, please. Every single tank. Don't care if it's your first time or not. Every single tank to the front right, please. Awesome. Got a good selection of tanks. Okay. I'm going to assign some kiters if that's okay. Let's have a quick look. 1, 2, 3. And what do we have in terms of other tanks? Yeah, Valantra 4. Okay, and our trappers are going to be Favna. They're going to be Akita, Arcane, and Sarah. Carl, sorry. Awesome. Now, those tanks with numbers above their heads, the ones with the attack markers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you guys are kiting Minotaur adds for this fight. Those with the ignore and the bind will be destroying traps. Okay? Now, Kara, you are technically bind 4, but because we don't have a bind 4 marker, just imagine above your head you've got a nice floating bind 4 marker, because you will be kiting, you will be destroying traps between 4 and 1, please. Okay? So just imagine you've got a 4 above your head for the purpose of this fight. Alright, healers that have Spellforge and Seal Sync slotted, you can now slot it away, and you want a Dispel, please. So you want a Dispel, and if you could just write, let me know in Yell Chat, that's great. Fantastic. The reason we need Dispel for this fight is later on when the boss disappears, healers, there will be 2 safe rings on the arena. Healers will take the inside ring, and you will have some extra duties to do, okay? Which is very important, because you'll be on the inside ring. Okay? Alright, so here we are at Steve. The objective is to get Steve down to 70%, at which point he disappears, and then he will spawn 4 Minotaur ads that we need to kill very quickly. Therefore, when we pull Steve, you don't need to use your big actions, your big bursts. We just get him down to 70%, and then the main show comes when he spawns his ads. The majority of the arena will become unsafe, apart from 2 rings. The inside coloured tile ring close to the boss, and the outside coloured white ring that's on the outside. Okay? It's very important that you understand this. The purple that is in between, if you stand in that, it will kill you. Okay? So do not stand in the purple. It will kill you, and it is an instant kill as well. Now, when the boss disappears and the 4 ads spawn, our 4 kiting tanks, 1, 2, 3, and 4, will go to 1, 2, 3, and 4. The number above their head. Asmin will go to number 1, I will go to number 3, Valandra to number 4, and the Varate to number 2. Okay? The trapping tanks, okay, this is Favna, Akita, Arcane, and Kara. You will go to the numbers above your heads, including Kara, and will go to number 4. And trappers, you will wait at those numbers until the traps spawn. Okay? When the traps spawn, it will become incredibly obvious. The trapping tanks need to sprint, activate their midform, and then sprint clockwise to the next number. So you can see in Yell Chat, Favna's wrote that they will be trapping between 1 and 2, Akita between 2 and 3, Arcane between 3 and 4, and Kara, if you could write just to let me know that you know where you're trapping from. Okay, once those traps are disarmed, healers, you may need to Asuna your tanks, and you may need to full heal them too. Okay, so please, if you've got a trapping tank inside of your party, put them on focus target. When they pop a trap, Asuna them first, and then full heal. Okay, now, whilst the Minotaurs are being kited around the arena by our kiting tanks, DPS, you will all be near the 3 marker. Okay? We are going to kill the Minotaurs 1 by 1 as they pass by the 3 marker. Reason being is every Minotaur kill frees up an experienced tank to fight if you need to. Okay, this is where you'll use all your big burst and all that good stuff. Now, during the trap phase, DPS, please go back to 3 and make sure you are inside this notch that I'm currently running in. And it's very important that you understand where these notches are, because you will need them for all of the mechanics throughout the ad phase. These notches will be on the inner ring and dotted all around the arena, but during the trap phase, only the numbered notches are safe from the traps. So please go back to 3 once the traps begin spawning. Okay, now healers in the inner ring, you have some extra jobs, like I said. There will be 2 spawning orbs in the middle ring, Earth Orb and Fire Orb. Earth Orb is nice and simple, dispel, and then attack it once, this will kill it. And the Fire Orbs are like the ones that you saw on Queen's Guard stand underneath them, only when you have a light curtain active. Don't try to do both the Fire Orb and the Earth Orb at the same time, just in case you clip your light curtain, so just do one of them. There's plenty of healers in the middle to be able to split out those shooters.
Sleepy. And I think I didn't understand anything.
As the monitors
from
are
the
being kited
explanations.
clockwise around the arena, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we will kill them. And once all 4 of them are dead, the boss will respawn. Now during the kiting phase, we will also have some extra mechanics to deal with, such as needing to hide in the notches from the electric lightnings, and lots of AoEs underneath our feet. But the big one is the push and pull. Okay, I'm going to quickly drop the 3 marker. Now the push and pull will rely on you knowing where these notches are. Okay, I'm currently standing in 1, and I've got the 3 above my head, and Jade is currently standing in the outside notch. Now the boss will give you one of 2 debuffs, and every single person in the instance will receive this debuff. Okay, and the debuffs are the push and pull debuffs that you can see in the thread. They do not have the words attached to them. Okay, you need to know visually what those debuffs look like. So for instance, if the boss gives you the push debuff, where it looks like the boss is pushing you back, you need to be on an inside notch closest towards the middle of the arena, because the boss will be in the middle and he will push you and you will land in the outside notch. You require the full distance of this notch. If the boss gives you the pull debuff, the one where he's sloping noodles towards his face because he's in the middle, you need to be on the outside notch. Okay? The boss will pull you towards him and you will land on the inside notch. Again, you need the full length of these notches. Okay? If you panic, you don't check your debuff for whatever reason, and you need to resolve the mechanic, just pick any notch, because it's 50-50 at that point. If you've already panicked, just don't stand in the middle, pick a notch. Okay? But the objective is to see the debuff, go to the... that was close. Go to the correct notch, and then resolve the mechanic. Okay? Later on in the fight, there will be some extra mechanics that we need to deal with. They'll all be called out. Okay? Let's do some ready checks. Tank stance is off, everybody. Else means you can put your tank stance on. Yeah, it goes a little bit further than a notch, the dancer. So it's unsold. It's dancer dash. And I'll drop it for you again. Okay, goms 1, goms 2, goms 3 is ready. Slimes 1, slimes 2, slimes 3 is ready. Okay. Countdown is going to begin. 30 seconds. Which we will pull the boss. You don't need to use your big burst when we pull the boss. Save it for the minions. Or casters, you can use Cure 4. Give everybody a nice bravery buff for the pull. We'll get the boss down to 70%. That's all pointed away because there will be attack busters. Next thing is you'll need to know where your anti-knockback button is. This is Surecast arm to left, and you can press it now. Press Y. We're going to get close, and we're going to dodge the bats. Whack, whack, whack. Tanks, you can put your tank stances on. Tanks to positions, kiting and trapping tanks. DPS to the ring, healers to the middle ring. Make sure your tank stances are on. Pick up your monitors. We are going clockwise after 2 G seconds. Let's go. Trappers, stay at your numbers, please. Trappers, stay at your numbers. Alright, trappers, you can activate sprints. DPS back to 3. Trappers activate influence. And go clockwise now. Trappers clockwise. Healers get ready to sooner. And then to a full. Look at your debuff that spawns now. Look at your debuff, you will need to resolve it now. Resolve your debuff. Spaghetti monster out, push in. If you don't know, just pick a match. Back on the bosses. Get inside the notch, there will be lightning. Lots of AoEs underneath feet as well. Make sure to spread them out. Awesome. Back on the boss. Nice and close. Tank stances up apart from Asmin. Raid Wide is coming up next. And you'll want to stay close to the boss pretty much all times. First thing we'll see is purple bolts. If you get purple, take it to the edge of the arena, and then come back once it disappears. Take purple out, drop it, and then come back. Move away from the boss, a big swing is coming up, and you can start building job gauge now as well, very important. Nice and close to the boss again. We receive another round of purple bolts. Take the bolts out to the edge of the arena and then come back. More bolts out, main tank things. Everybody close to the boss because we bait proximity. Away from the proximity. And again, keep building job gauge, you don't want to spend it. Get nice and close with dodge whacks. Whack. Whack. We do have one person down. Let's see if they bounce. They did. Awesome. Onwards we go to Queen. Make sure to pick up your loot. Yep, the purple lightning in that fight, it feels really fast. It's not that fast when you're watching other people do it, but when the purple lightning is on you, it feels like it's 6,000 miles an hour.
I also like the music.
Absolutely awesome.
Okay, I think I will die a lot. Because... I don't know.
Hey, people are coming out of the cutscene now.
A
So,
hard fight.
we have a few small things to go through first that are going to be super important for this fight. The first thing to check though is if you have a resistance re-raiser active. Check for the buff again, the red with the blue guy. If you don't have a re-raiser, please look inside your Lost Finds holster and put one. If you don't have a re-raiser in your holster as well as not having one equipped, please stand on Bravo. The B marker is at the back on the bridge. It's important that you go stand there because we are simply going to cast a re-raiser on it. Okay? So if you don't have a re-raiser, stand on Bravo. And if you do have a re-raiser, please move your hand to the Bravo. Okay, puzzle leaders, do a quick check and just let me know if somebody doesn't have one. Get that perfectly fine and happy with you guys. I'm going to remove the B marker, and if you would like Shell, please go and stand on the B marker, and if somebody has Shell to hand out, do so, that would be very kind. Once you've got Shell, please go inside the arena. Right. Okay, here we are at Queen. We have November. I'm going to explain a few things. It should take about 5 minutes. And then go. The first thing that's worth explaining is that just like in the bag, this fight requires ether shields for the raid wise and afterwards. The two raid wise are Imperial Iniquity and God's Save the Queen. Okay? So tanks, please make sure that it is sorted that somebody has ether shields in the party, not 2 vs 2. Second thing that's super important is that we have at least 3 tanks to tank this fight. I highly prefer paladins and gunbreakers, so if we're going to have all paladins and all gunbreakers, please come to the front. Even if it's your first time, you are perfectly capable of maintaining this fight. So all paladins and all gunbreakers to the front. It is. But on the other side of things as well, you come to the right. So, I'm placed on one shield. Awesome, fantastic. Now, I'm going to explain how to tank this fight. You can pull the boss, keep her dead center, and then point her towards the group, okay? You can point her towards the group because she doesn't cleave, and if you turn her away, she will blind me with her big glowing blue thing on her back. So please make sure to point her towards the group. When we pull the boss, use Provoke, tank number 1, and then also you can keep it on cooldown, use Provoke whilst you're main tanking her as well, that's fine. We don't have a duelist, so I'm not too concerned about it, and it will be fine. Now, the tank buster is called Cleansing Slash. And Cleansing Slash hits you 2 times. It applies a bleed and a doom. However, you can avoid the doom entirely by using your Paladin or Gunbreaker in, okay? Because you take no damage, you don't receive the doom. Nice and simple. It hits twice. After 2 hits from Cleansing Slash, the next tank in the sequence will provoke. So tank number 2, Favna, will provoke after the first tank buster. And then we'll wait for the next tank buster, and then tank 3 will provoke. Okay?
I
So
didn't
invuln
know
on the
that
Cleansing Slash, and
no
tank
taking
stands on
damage invuln works against the Doom debuff.
Here we will require Dispel and also Light Curtains. Later on, when the boss casts God Save the Queen, she will summon some lightning orbs on the arena. These lightning orbs need to be reflected. They will be dotted all around the arena, and there will be 5 of them. Okay? When she uses God Save the Queen, there will be a bar, a gauge on your screen, which goes all the way up to 100. When it reaches 100, you'll hear an audible ding, and at that point, everybody activates the light curtain, please, to reflect the light back and create a safe spot for us to stand. Okay? So
Okay.
again, okay. Now I'll explain the Queen's Guard mechanics that you see, and then I'll explain Super Chest. The Queen's Guard mechanics are quite simple, as you've seen some before. Please listen out. So, for Let's Play 1, we will have a North Swaying Glow, which you've seen in normal mode. This will create one side of the arena to be safe for us, and only one side. We go to that side, and some people will receive a tether. Tethered people will go to the green, and untethered go to the purple. You've seen that in Queen's Guard. And you will also receive an open side underneath your feet. When you open side towards the number 1 on the arena, because that is where the gunner will be standing at the time. Open side to number 1. After you receive a small bit of damage, put your open side towards a turret arrow on the edge. You need to be much faster than you were in Queen's Guard, because the turret on the side is exactly much faster. Let's Play 2 is the downtime mechanic. The boss will disappear and she will leave 3/5 of the arena. You will also receive a knockback. I'll tell you roughly where to knock back from. And this will save us from the orb and also save us from the queen. There's some movement required towards the end of that mechanic. Follow the group, everything will be okay. And with Let's Play 3, I'll explain it if we get there. Now, we're going to explain Super Chess. Super Chess, I'm going to do some simplified explanations for this. What will happen is the boss will disappear because this is the downtime mechanic, and we will all be in the middle of the arena. Okay? There will be one safe spot that's very obvious on the chessboard, and we need to put our camera at that safe spot. Okay? Which will give you 2 debuffs. These are number debuffs and add them together. They will equal either 5, 6, or 7. Okay? call out will be something like 7 below 4, 6 in the corner, and 5 below delta. You can see the carbuncle, me, and Amelia. So 7 below 4, 6 in the corner, 5 below delta. Okay? This is an example call out, and this is your starting position for Super Chess based on your debuffs when you add them together. Okay? Once I say we can move, we will move down the column that I call out. In this example, we will move down the delta column until the red limit cut numbers above our head disappears. Okay? Until you have no red above your head. Once you've got no red above your head, you stay on that tile and wait. If you get a doom above your head, move back one tile, because otherwise you will die. We'll get stunned in place, and then afterwards, everybody goes to the safe spot, even if it kills you. Okay? So again, just a timeline. Point your camera at the safe spot, add your two numbers together, listen to the call-out. An example call-out, 7 below 4, 6 in the corner, 5 below delta. And you can see those right in at the arena now. Once I say move, move down the column I tell you to until the number above your head disappears. And then we stop still. After everybody gets unstunned, we go to the safe spot, which is 5, and then we carry on with the mechanics. Okay, I think that pretty much covers everything. Other stuff can be explained on the fly as we're doing. Refresh your food, let's do ready checks. Any questions, press no. After this, we will all receive our mounts. You get another, yeah. Add it to your friends, I guess. I don't know. Everybody's ready. Tank number 1, please turn your tank stance on. Everybody else, tank stance off. 30 seconds in the countdown. Let's go. Castles, you can all use Pure 4. Give everybody a bravery buff. Again, you point the boss towards us. Right, first up will be a raid wide. Tanks, you can already put ether shields up here. Shields up. Mitigation. Casters use Pure 4. And next we have one giant movement. Okay, let's see. Given. Soon, get ready to move. Let's see. We're going in. We're going right. And we're going up. These. At the back. And then we will marker. Attack 1 if you want to maintain aggro. Because there will be attacks to the next. Attack 1, you can invuln these. There'll be 2 hits. And 2. Tank 1, tank stands off. Tank 2, provoke. Ether shields up for the raid wide. Downtime in approximately 15 seconds. Casters use Pure 4. Don't use your big actions. Alright, first Super Chess of today. Be in the middle, point your camera at the safe spot. And the safe spot today is on Alpha. Bottom is not safe, left is not safe. Okay, you're going to have 6 on 3, 7 below Bravo, 5 above Charlie.
I'm 6 on
6 on
3.
3, 7 below Bravo, 5 above Charlie. You can see the 5, 6 and 7 markers. 6 on 3, move down the 4 column, towards the 4 column, and move down the 4 column until the red at the end disappears. If you get Doom, go back. And now we have everybody into the safe spot. Even if it kills you, everybody in the safe spot, please.
Okay, it wasn't so hard when someone resolves it for you.
Awesome. Tank 2 is alive, please provoke though. And you can already put ether shields up for the raid wide. Ether shields up for the raid wide. This is God Save the Queen. It will spawn a bar, a gauge on your screen afterwards. That's the use your force. When this bar reaches 100, everybody uses the white curtain. Light curtains now, light curtains now. Everybody uses the white curtain. And heroes, thank you very much. Everybody inside the shell. Okay. Next thing we are going to see like 1. This is the open side of the feet, and the gunner is on 1. Gunner. First, we have some movement mechanics. Check if you are tethered right now. If you are tethered. Going south. Tethers to win then. Purple, point your open side to 1. Open side to the turret on the side. Back on the bus.
Oops.
Tank Buster 2.
I guess my turret was on the right.
Tank 2, tank stands off. Tank 3, we go into the middle. This is a downtime mechanic. Get that back with these. And then some squeeze disappears, get ready to quickly. Nice. We get knocked back towards 3. Okay, into the middle of the arena. Fantastic. We go towards Alpha. Alpha 2 in the corner. You can see lots of people jumping there. Ready on Alpha. Back on the bus. Ether shields up to the raid wide. You can do some e-bursts. Shields up, raid wide. Casters use Guild Fort. We got Super Chest 2 coming up soon in about 10 seconds. We'll go to the middle of the arena again, and we'll put that safe spot to safe. Put that camera to the safe spot. And this time the safe spot is on Charlie. Left is safe spot to safe. 7 below 2, 6 in the corner, and 5 below.
Below 3.
5 below 3, 6 in the corner, 7 below 2. Move down the Bravo column. Make sure you move down the Bravo. You get Doom, go back. And then we have everybody into the safe spot. Even if it kills you, everybody into the safe spot. Better to die inside the safe spot. Outside. Awesome. Let's get the boss. Healers, you can now use your LB. Info, let's get everybody up with healer LB. Oh, fine. We do have some people on Charlie. If you can please help to get them up, that would be absolutely fantastic. Well done, everybody. There is some news. And we grabbing a screenshot as well on the tree at the very back. Thank you so much, everybody. Some nice achievement.
Well,
Wow.
I guess I'm glad.
That's really cool.
Time to really learn this fight. Because
Let's have a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I
8,
don't
9,
like
10, 11,
to
12, 13, 14, 15 brand new
fully
players.
rely on
Well done to
callouts.
Dark Risco for the 5 players and Raki Ezra for the 10 players as well. That's very cool.
I want to understand the mechanics, but let the callouts like help me when
10, 11, 12, 13,
I
14, 15
don't need to think.
What a day. Apologies about Trinity Avowed. Tune in next
Yay,
week
we did
where I
it!
got a
Congratulations.
It will happen. Right. no, because I won't be here
I
next
didn't
week,
sign up,
actually.
man.
I won't be here next week. Or rather, I won't be here next weekend. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Just got one more person to get up there in the cutscene, and now they're out. We're going to head to the back of the arena, past the exit. There's a nice location there where we can grab some really cool and scenic screenshots.
Oh, I got the
It's
minion.
nice.
Is it minion?
Let's make sure to get your best poses out, and if anybody
It
needs as
is.
well as you pose, please do take a nice screenshot for us, and we can post it in the DR chat afterwards. In the DR chat, they will live forever. See if I can even get a G pose out. And yeah, I hope you all had a good and fantastic time today, despite me doing my best to murder you guys. Really, really hope you enjoyed your moment with us. Just trying to get a nice G-pose.
Need some spice in our life, that's fine. That's what we bring Horizons for.
Was that a June reference? Sorry. Anyway. No, I really do genuinely hope everybody enjoyed that time with us. Yeah, like, it was a lot of fun. We're going to be running some other content throughout the whole weekend as well, which is awesome. And once you get outside, you can open up your achievements window and you can find your doggo in the latest achievements, which is awesome. Make sure to take a screenshot of your doggo and post it in the DR chat. We'd love to see them. For anybody who wants to stick inside the instance, I'm going to go back and I'm going to pop 1 or 2 traps so you can see kind of what they look like when they're popped.
Oh, let's see
keep
the
in mind that
traps.
If you want to pop traps with me, you may lose metal, you may die, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to go back towards the start and pop a few traps to get rid of some people. Other than that, you're free to leave the instance. Feel free to leave the alliance and all that good stuff. I hope to see you soon.
Oh.
On Sunday. Catch you later.
I left the instance.
Thank you for hosting.
Alright.
And for those that are staying behind, we're going to go towards the Digimon Lord Arena underneath the cat statue. We'll do that one and then we'll head back and also look at the mini trap.
Where is some mount places? Hey Sam, we just cleared. Mount guide. Look at these. And we got cool mount. Well, you probably didn't sleep at all. One person didn't show up too because they had a late night fucked tower run. I know it. 4 hours. Oh, I'm a little bit sleepy too. And I'm going to go Let's get some rest now. Also, I wanted to listen to call out and even put on headphones. The fight is not so hard with the right group and right callouts, but probably it is hard to figure out everything yourself. Super chess looks hard. Hey, how are you? Julius Pierce is 50. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Thank you for following. I'm alright, I'm a bit tired. We just cleared delivering Regina Savage. It was only 2.5 hours. I thought it would be longer. Stream is okay. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. Thank you for watching. This was a little bit stressful. I'm going back to work next Monday, so probably I won't be streaming so often from now on, but I will try. Bye.